Hi everyone, it's great to see you. I want to share a project that I am finishing up to do with planting amaryllis bulbs. And amaryllis bulbs are a wonderful way to bring the garden inside during cold winter months. So let me explain to you what I have been doing. My mother-in-law gifted me some early Hanukkah presents, and in here she put 2 Double Dream amaryllis bulbs, and look at the size of these nice bulbs here. This one actually has a baby bulb coming off too, and there's 2 of that kind, and then 2 of the Lemon Star amaryllis. Also good size bulbs, so thanks so much, Ruth Ann. I love it when Ruth Ann gets me amaryllis bulbs. And I was thinking, how do I want to plant these up this year? So I've done them different ways over the years. And I decided that I would order some terracotta pots from Amazon. So honestly, I just got the cheapest pots that I could that would fit the bulbs. And then I thought, ooh, I want to make them fancier. So now you know terracotta will absorb the water through it, which means you need to have something underneath it. Even if you have a saucer sitting underneath, the water will seep through it and stain anything underneath. So I knew I needed to seal them somehow. And I decided that I would do 2 different things. So I wanted these to be gold, and I had seen on YouTube someone just paint them gold, which you can do, but it will absorb the water and pop that paint off after time. So I decided that first I would use a clear gloss sealer. Now I had watched Laura from Garden Answer seal some of her gray saucers that she wanted to use with cement, and I had some cement pots that hadn't come with saucers, so I knew I was going to do that for them. I decided that I would first seal the gold, they weren't gold yet, the terracotta pots with this too. So I went and I just did the inside, I did the outside the best I could. And then, since I was at it, I took those the gray terracotta that I had. And these were a little different because when you do seal them with the gloss clear, it makes them glossy. And I didn't want the outside to be glossy. So I did some painter's tape around here. And then I just sprayed the inside so that it was glossy. And then I could peel the painter's tape off and have it matte along the edge and glossy in the center. Would you like to inspect this also? Yes, okay. And so that worked out really well for the gray. Now these are a little large. They were the closest that I could find. These came with the pots. These are a really nice size. Once I had the clear coat on this, I did them with a gold. This is Krylon Color Max Paint and Primer Metallic Gold. This is what I use on all my outdoor pots too. It sticks to everything. I've had really good luck with it. So I decided I would do that. Did the inside and outside gold, and then I came back again and I just did one more clear coat on the inside of the saucer to really make sure that no water is going to absorb through this and then damage any surface underneath. Now these pots came with little pieces of mesh that you could put in the bottom to cover the drainage hole so that your soil does not fall out, which is always a nice thing. And let's get these potted up then. So I have 4 amaryllis bulbs here, and they're just going to fit in perfectly. And you don't need too much soil for this. You just need a little bit for the bulb to rest on the soil. You're not really burying your amaryllis bulbs. Some people get a special amaryllis vase. I have done that before, where the roots don't even really sit in the water. They grow down into the water. I say that. The roots touch the water. The bulb doesn't touch the water. But this year I have some potting mix that we need to finish up anyway, so we are going to do that. Okay. So my little piece of mesh is already in the bottom, which is great. And we're just going to take this off. Amaryllis bulbs remind me of my great Aunt May. Great Aunt May always used to send us an amaryllis bulb or two, and my mom would put them on the kitchen table or the counter, and it was always so exciting to see these giant stalks grow up. I just remember that as something that Aunt May would do for us. And it was really a big hit. She pretty much always sent us, you know, the regular red variety, which is beautiful, and we love them. I do remember the one year that we got a lot of fungus gnats, and that was a problem. Now I know with fungus gnats, just a little spritz of some hydrogen peroxide mix will take care of that. So I'm not expecting fungus gnat issues this year. Okay, now you might find that you made this a little too tall. Notice I'm not putting it very deep. They don't need a lot of dirt. A lot of people even plant their amaryllis in a very shallow dish. Okay, so this is going to be our double dream. Double dream is a double amaryllis, and that means it's going to have extra petals in it, which will be so nice. Okay, and I'm just going to nestle this down. Some people like to put some nice little gravel around here too. I actually went through and just threw away some extra gravel. I was not thinking, but that would have been a good idea. Look at how healthy this is. Oh, and there's a whole bunch of babies set on. Oh, I love that. That is so cute. So I have not tried to winter, I guess over summer these actually. After they bloom, of course, you can give them plenty of sunlight and put them outside, and you could even divide them if they do this and have extra babies. Or you can just throw them away and have them sort of as a disposable plant. It's up to you, but seeing how healthy these are, I'm tempted to. We'll see how they bloom. Maybe I'll try it this year. Let me know in the comments if you've done that and any recommendations that you have for me. It would have to be a first-time trial, which isn't a bad thing. I'd share with you how it goes. Okay, and this is the lemon star. And this lemon star sort of has a a little lime greenish tint to it. It's not a real bright lemony yellow. It's really pretty, kind of a cream. Oops, we're gonna put some of this around in here. So I'm excited about that with sort of a green throat to it. It'll be a different one for me. The double and then the lemony color, two different things that I'm trying with amaryllis this year, which I love. Okay. Now, you can start these now. You could start them a little later. This is also a great hostess gift to bring to people, especially if you're like in a gardening club. This would be lovely. Bring that to somebody. They'd love it. And it depends, of course, when you really start them, when they're going to bloom. So here we are. It's December 1st tomorrow. They probably won't bloom by Christmas, but I will love them whenever they bloom because they just bring that little bit of happiness and flowers into your life in the dark winter. Okay, so these are looking really good. To me, the bulbs look significantly different. So I have these two that are the double reds. A lot of times, if you have a red amaryllis, you will see some of the pigment actually in the bulb there. So that's a good way to be able to tell that these two are the double reds. I'm gonna put my nice little saucers under them. Doesn't this look so cute? Now you could get really festive and you could put some moss around here. You could put some little ornaments, little sparkles, some of those pot filler jewels would be really cute. These are looking nice. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with mine yet, but I am happy that they are in the dirt. Now, you don't want to overwater these. They get lightly watered. You want damp soil, but you don't want to rot the bulb either. So I'll give them a little bit, spritz them a little bit, put them in sunlight. In direct sunlight seems to work fine on my kitchen counters. That's where I usually keep them, and we shall see how they do. I've moved the pots up here onto the piano for now, and I found some Spanish moss in the closet. So I'm going to add a little bit of moss around here. Try not to make too much of a mess. This is just dried, and it doesn't really honestly do anything except kind of hide the dirt a bit, which is what I'm going for. And it sort of sticks together, and now I'm gonna have to vacuum, but that's okay. Okay, here we go. We sort of pull some off like that, and then you can just sort of make like a little nest around the bulb. And that looks cute. It's nicer than having just the dirt sticking out, I think. Some cute little rocks would be adorable. Something like that. But this looks very country cozy, I think. And if Pickle finds this stuff, he's gonna go wild. Oh my, okay. That looks good. We'll add a little bit to the final one. I could really see some white rocks though in the top looking good. I'll have to pick some up. I find that the dollar store is great for like little vase fillers, pot fillers, that type of thing. Some green moss would really be nice here too, I think. But I like how neutral this is. It just sort of fills in. And then I was thinking, let me see if I can carefully put this away. I'm gonna come in and just press this in a little bit because I don't want any of these little stray parts hanging out. And I'm still able to tell the difference between these bulbs because I have the red pigment for the double reds that I have here, double delights, which is great. Now, the other day, I also got these really pretty little ornaments, and I think that we could also just sort of put these in. Add a little sparkle. Yeah, what do you think there, Pickle? It's looking pretty good, isn't it? Yes. So that does it for our Amaryllis bulbs here. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.